Hi, boys and girls. I promised you another story, and we are going to read a cool story tonight. We're going to take a trip. But first, I want to tell you that it's been an honor being your teacher. I've missed you these past 3 months, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at our drive-through graduation, which is at 9:30. So I hope you'll be able to come and at least wave. The windows cannot roll down, just wave to us. But when you think about summer vacation, what do you think about? What goes on in the summer? Fun things? Going places like the Funland, Chuck E. Cheese, King's Dominion, Busch Gardens, Washington, where everything is free when it reopens. When I think of summer, I think of California. As each of you know, it is my favorite place to go. Did I just write? No, and go, and here's my happy Maddie. So California is a long way from Fredericksburg. So pretend this is Fredericksburg and this is California. It is, let me check my notes, 2,673 miles from Fredericksburg to California. How would I go from Fredericksburg to San Diego? I usually fly, and it takes about 4 hours or 5, depending on the, waiting time. So, or you can drive, which takes 40 hours and 30 minutes. That's if you're doing it really quickly. I would love to go across country driving, just going through the different states and seeing the pretty other states. But I want you to think of some place that you would love to go. It can be a virtual tour. You can I'm really not sure what's open around here, but think of a cool place you would like to take where you would like to take a virtual tour. I just took a tour of the Air and Space Museum at the Smithsonian. Do you remember the cool video we saw with the space rockets, the big jets, the older planes? That's another cool place that you can go on virtual tour. I will be taking a virtual tour to California. So you can go by plane, car. What about train? Yes, you can go by train and also bus. So there's 4 ways to get there. Or you could walk or bicycle, but I couldn't do those. So I love to fly because 1, I like to get there. Or drive because 2, like I said, we would see a lot of the United States. But I don't know if I would have enough time. So I'm going to take a virtual tour of San Francisco this summer. I always go to San Diego, which is way down here at the bottom of California, and San Francisco's way up here in the top of the state. It's about a 10 or 12 hour drive because let me show you how long the state of California is. See how long the map is? So the name of our book is starts with a O, California. What is that? Yes, you're right. It's a C. So let's clap California and see how many syllables we can clap. California. Did you get 4? That's what I got. If I'm wrong, you're free to text me because I don't know everything. So it's by Pam Muñez Ryan, and the pictures were drawn by Rafael Lopez. So what does the author do? Author, I write the words in the book for you. Illustrator. I draw the pictures in the book for you. Title, title, what do you do? I say the name of the book for you. But can you look at this book, and if you can't read the title, you can at least tell the different things that are on the cover and know that it's a really cool place to visit. And I'm very sad that I'm not going this summer, but Kisses needs me this summer. Next summer, I'm praying I can go. So welcome to my California. Start in the south of this golden land in fair San Diego's where vistas are grand. Do land and grand rhyme? You're right, they do. In this coastal city, there's plenty to do. Surf, which my daughter does, swim and sun, then visit the zoo. That's another virtual tour you can take, is a virtual tour of the DC Zoo or of the California Zoo. They're both really cool. So this would be Elizabeth on her surfboard, and here's the animals from the zoo. So now we are going to head north up toward this cute little village called San Juan Capistrano. I've been there once, and when I go back next year, I hope to go again. San Juan Capistrano is where you will learn about a small village where swallows return. See, these birds are the swallows. Junipero Serra stopped here on his way to build a grand mission for Adobe Clay. Clay and Way rhyme? Yes, and if I said his name wrong, I apologize. If someone could tell me how to say it, that would be great. Now we're going to continue to travel north. This is where a lot of people love to go because it's Los Angeles. And it's got Hollywood, it has Disneyland, it has Knott's Berry Farm. It's a fun city. I like Los Angeles, but it's very big. The traffic is bad, just like we're going to Washington. And I prefer San Diego because it's quieter. The traffic isn't as bad. The people are friendly and nice. So that's why San Diego is my favorite. But Los Angeles is fun. Next is Los Angeles and famed Hollywood. You can visit the place where movie stars stood. The City of Angels has a lot to explore. Tar pits, which Elizabeth and I did see one summer. They're cool. In the middle of the city, there's these huge tar pits. Museums and amusements galore. And here's a cool one. Look at the whale. Isn't that a great picture? There's a whale. Here's another whale. Or is that the same whale? Sorry, I'm looking upside down. No, sorry, that's the same whale. I apologize. I was looking upside down. Here's an otter. It's called the Channel Islands. I know, Maverick sees something. Sorry. Take a boat out and cruise these blue waters to glimpses of whales spout here in the Pacific. Among the kelp strips are playful sea otters and the ghost of old ships. So you think pirates might have visited these islands? Some people say they did, and that there's still sunken treasures in the bottom of the Pacific. I don't know. That's what I read in this book. Just a little tidbit to fascinate you, hopefully. Then we're going further north up to San Francisco. Now, there's a lot of cool things in between LA and San Francisco. It depends on if you have the time or not. I've been lucky enough that we've had enough time. I haven't been to San Francisco in ages, but we did go to where the big trees are, the sequoias, and that was really cool. You can also do a virtual tour of the excuse me, sequoias, the giant trees. Stop in the city, San Francisco, the name. Here morning fog lingers, and winds bring the rain. And San Francisco is much colder, usually, than San Diego. Cable cars hurry up and down the hill, and tourists eat lunch in old Chinatown. I would love to go back to San Francisco, but if I'm limited on time, where will I go? San Diego. You guessed it. Look at this beautiful park. I have never been there. Elizabeth wants to go so we can go hiking. Maybe someday. This is called Yosemite National Park. Now, east to Yosemite, where sequoias abound, tall trees, and magnificent monoliths rise from the ground, which are these big boulders. Once Ice Age glaciers carved their way through and created a valley with a breathtaking view. And I don't know if it has opened up to the public yet, but I do know what is available. It's called a, say it real loud, yes, a virtual tour. So we can go on 4 vacations so far, 5 counting Washington. Now, a lot of our fruit comes from California. It comes from the Great Central Valley, which, with its plentiful yields, feeds the whole nation from its orchards and fields. Do fields and yields rhyme? Yeah, you're right, they do. This rich, thirsty farmland needs water to thrive. Canals, pumps, and dams keep this valley alive. Now, water will flow through a dam. Finally, they have come back down to the middle of California. It's 2 hours out of LA. Elizabeth and I have been to Palm Springs. Finally, Palm Springs and the end of the ride. Put up your feet and enjoy the poolside. Sit back and relax from the travel routine, and remember the treasure-filled places you've seen. Don't these kids look like they are having fun? Let me tell you, it's fun out there. It's great out there. Someday I wish I could live out there, but I don't know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed our last book about California. I miss you and love all of you a lot. See you tomorrow.